The moment our lips met in that dimly lit office after hours, I knew I'd crossed a line I could never uncross. One reckless night, one forbidden touch, and my carefully constructed life began to unravel like a house of cards in a storm. In the heat of a forbidden kiss, under the neon glow of the city skyline, I traded my principles for a moment of weakness, and unleashed a wildfire that burned my world to ashes. Hey there, story lovers. Get ready for a wild ride through passion, betrayal, and a comeback that'll leave you cheering. This is Lily's tale. A fierce, flawed woman whose one night of weakness with her boss sparks a firestorm that torches her career, her love life, and her sense of self. It's raw, it's real, and it's packed with twists that'll keep you hooked. If you love this story, hit that like button, share it with your friends, and subscribe for more gripping tales delivered straight to you. Lily Thompson, 29, was a rising star at Velocity Media, a high-octane advertising agency in the heart of Manhattan. With her razor-sharp mind and relentless drive, she was the go-to for landing big clients, her name whispered in boardrooms as the next big thing. But her world revolved around one man, Daniel Carver, her boss. Mid-40s, magnetic, with a voice that could close million-dollar deals and eyes that lingered a little too long. He was married, untouchable, a line Emma vowed never to cross. It began with a spark in the late hours of a deadline crunch. The office was empty, save for the hum of the air conditioner and the glow of their laptops. Daniel poured her a glass of whiskey from his private stash, their laughter easing the tension of work. Then a brush of his hand, a shared glance that held too much. When he kissed her, Lily's resolve melted. The desk became their stage, the city lights their only audience, and for one night, she let herself believe it was just a fleeting thrill. Morning brought regret, sharp and cold. Lily swore it was a mistake, a one-off she'd bury deep. She'd keep her focus on work, on the promotion she'd been chasing for years. But Daniel wasn't done. His messages were relentless, teasing, commanding, laced with promises of power. "You're destined for greatness, Emma," he'd whisper, dangling opportunities like keys to a kingdom. She knew it was wrong, but the allure of success, of being seen, pulled her in. One night became two, then a string of secret rendezvous in sleek hotels and shadowed corners of the office. For 6 months they played with fire. Lily's campaigns dazzled clients, her star rising as Daniel's influence opened doors. But the secrecy gnawed at her. Her best friend, Lila, noticed her late nights and evasive answers, pressing for truth Lily couldn't share. Her boyfriend, Ethan, sensed her distance, his warm hugs turning stiff, his questions sharper. At work, colleagues began to whisper. Her rapid rise, Daniel's favoritism, the way his gaze followed her. Lily the signs, telling herself she was in control. The detonation came at Velocity's annual gala, a glittering affair of champagne and power plays. Lily, in a crimson gown that hugged her curves, was riding high on a fresh promotion. Then Claire, Daniel's wife, stepped into her path. Her eyes were steel, her voice a blade. "You thought I wouldn't find out," she said, her words slicing through the hum of the crowd. She flung a folder of screenshots, private texts, explicit emails, onto a table, the pages spilling out for all to see. Gasps rippled through the room. Daniel, caught across the floor, froze, his charm useless. Emma's world tilted, the air sucked out of her lungs. The aftermath was chaos. The office became a gauntlet of sidelong glances and hushed gossip. Her promotion was revoked, her projects reassigned. Lila, betrayed by Lily's lies, cut contact with a single text. "I trusted you." Ethan packed his bags, his voice breaking as he said, "You chose him over us." Daniel, ever the opportunist, spun a story that painted Lily as the seductress, saving his own skin while hers burned. The shame was suffocating, but the betrayal cut deeper. Lily fled Velocity, taking a low-level job at a small firm across town. But the scandal clung to her like smoke. Clients hesitated, colleagues kept their distance, and every reflection showed a stranger, someone who'd traded her values for a mirage. Sleepless nights were spent replaying that first kiss, wondering how she'd let ambition blind her. She was alone, her dreams in ruins. But Lily wasn't finished. In the quiet of her new reality, she found a spark of defiance. She started therapy, peeling back layers of guilt and self-doubt. She wrote to Lila, pouring out her regret in a letter that took weeks to craft. Lila didn't reply, but the act of trying felt like a step. Ethan was gone, but Lily began to rebuild, taking on small freelance gigs, rediscovering the joy of creating without strings attached. She volunteered at a women's shelter, finding purpose in helping others rise from their own ashes. Years later, Lily runs a boutique marketing agency. Her name now tied to integrity, not scandal. She mentors young women, teaching them to chase dreams without losing themselves. Daniel's name fades into rumors of another fall from grace. Claire, free of him, thrives in her own quiet way. Lily's life exploded, yes, but from the wreckage, she built something real. A life forged in fire, imperfect but fiercely her own. Lily stands at her office window, the city skyline no longer a temptation but a backdrop to her new chapter. The scars of her past remain, but they're part of her strength. She's not the woman who kissed her boss that night, nor the one who lost everything. She's someone new, shaped by mistakes and the courage to rise again. Loved Lily's story? Smash that like button to let me know. Share this tale with your friends for some juicy discussion. And subscribe for more stories that dive deep into the mess and magic of human choices. Drop a comment. What would you do in Lily's shoes? Let's talk.